Welcome back to another episode of T and V podcast. I'm the T and she is.
I'm the V to the E of the E, as you know, and I said no, the is Zashule, and she comes with a T.
I always come with a T. So, how have you been, guys? Ajay, thank you so much for your support. We've seen what you did on the last video. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep commenting. And yeah, we are here with Morty as always. How about you, Ajay?
Well, I've had a rough week.
Why?
Hivyo it's kind of personal. Si vitu za kuongea kwa camera. It was rough, but at least I was sick.
You were sick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But I'm back.
It's not
whether
funny
sick or not, content creation, I could stop. You're laughing at me being sick?
No, like the way you said it, unajua kuna venye mtu anasema utumiwe, but the way I was sick, like you ungesema I was not feeling well, like, but I'm glad you're okay right now.
Not okay. I'm recovering.
You're recovering?
Yeah.
How is your body right now?
We're good.
You're good?
We're doing good. We are doing good.
God is good.
God has been grateful.
Yeah. The chants by the how many of you by the in the comment section do chants when you're probably praying and stuff? Just a random question. I just want to know. Yes. So back again with it, and now I was seated and I was just thinking to myself, is it right, ama is it beneficial to have kids when you're really, really young? I don't mean at under 18. I mean when you're of age, so that is around 20, 21. And I personally, I have a child, so I can speak on this. Val, do you have a child?
That one, we still have to plan, like.
Okay, it's still okay. And I being a very young mother, I think it's good also we just share the pros and cons zayo, because at the end of the day I feel like most people will be pressurized to have kids when they are young, and some opt to have kids when they are old enough. And what are the cons? What do you think personally? You more so you, because you don't have a child, not sure, because me when I'm speaking I speak in favor of them that have children. Its benefits, because I've seen them.
I think you should go first because you have the more experience than me in that.
Yeah, so me personally I think when you're young it's equally good, and it's only limited when you're not financially stable. But if you're financially stable and you're young, you just get kids, I feel like you grow with them at the same time. And if people say that it's like a baby having a baby, it's challenging, and even though you'll be old, it's still challenging because you're doing this for the first time. Najua. So it doesn't matter if you're young, if you're old. What matters is how stable are you financially, mentally, how stable are you? Because I feel like a child, I know a child is so much pressure, it's too much responsibility.
Yeah.
More so now when it's given to a very young person who is not financially stable, more so if they are jobless, they say wanakuja na sahani yao, but trust you me, it's empty. You have to feel it most of the times. You have to feel it. Yes, God will give you grace, hukosangi, but when you're not stable the way you should be stable when you're having a kid, because having a kid ile by just chance you go do things and then the baby comes is different compared to a person who has been waiting on a child.
Yeah.
Unajua?
It's very different.
It's so different and completely different because this person is mentally ready, financially ready. All they want is a child. Unlike somebody who just went and unajua discovered the I'm trying to look for a better word. Mwenye alienda akatenda tendo la ndoa ngono and then now you're pregnant. It's really different. It hits you different. But I feel at times people dwell on so much. The baby came, I was not prepared. The baby is here. you just have to be prepared. So I think when you're young, it's still okay, but what makes the difference is if you're financially stable. If you're not financially stable, and I don't mean that you have everything on track, but at least you're able to do the bare minimum for the baby and yourself. Because if you're not able to do the bare minimum, it will stress you. You'll be depressed.
Yeah.
You'll be so easily depressed, because if you don't have everything you need, you feel like, oh, the baby is now becoming too much. She's too much on you. And unajua kuna konga na PTSD. PTSD. Ile postmaternal nini inaitangwaje, depression. T imepotea. Tutainsert to me at the end of the vlog when you anajua PTSD, nimesahau tu jina yake, but it's a kind of depression that hits you after you've given birth, because it's
Postpartum.
Postpartum depression.
Postpartum or postpartum? Is it postpartum?
Maternal.
Yeah. It's not postpartum depression.
Okay, you guys, your jina imepotea me, but I know.
Okay.
It's maternal care. Maternal.
Postpartum. Oh. So
Postpartum.
postpartum.
Okay, is there even postpartum? Me, I don't know,
these
but I think
things,
it's
guys.
postpartum. No, you're making me feel like it's sounding so bad. That's sielewi.
Okay, we'll just Google that later.
Yeah, so you tend to like you easily affected, more so for the women. It really affects us in general, because there's too much pressure on you. Lazima ukue na maziwa, lazima ukule vitu nyingi. You've given birth, your stomach is so dark. Ili kana kwanga keusi. It doesn't look like your body. It is sagging. It is so much, and to some extent, if you're not really like, you don't have a high self-esteem, you can end up hating your body, because there are people who have stretch marks, and those stretch marks are not good. Trust me, they don't look the best. You don't feel the best. You have the baby, you can't look at you umeamka asubuhi, you make yourself. If you're alone, if you have help, you can do that. No.
Yeah.
And if you have a very supportive partner, yeah, you are able to do that. So I feel like the only thing that should for me, I advocate for getting kids when you're young, so that you're able to grow with your kids. I advocate for that because I'm a mom, and right now my baby is my friend to some extent.
Can I ask you a question?
Ask.
You advocate. Let me tell you, what if you never gave birth that earlier? Still unge advocate for that? Or you're just advocating because now you have your baby here. Of course, mko na hiyo connection, you love your baby, you love seeing your baby. What if it never happened when ilikuwa? Still unge advocate for that?
I think I'll still have a baby by now.
Unaweza unge advocate for that?
Having a baby, yeah, I'll still advocate for that.
I should not even ask you because already you have an experience. Of course, you'll just support it.
Not that I'm supporting it based on that fact. I support it because right now she has been in my life, and you see, it's like that experience that you can just give anything to have it. Just have that baby, because by the time my baby will be 20, I'll be 40.
But you know me, me watu wengi wameni pressure hapa nje because sorry about that guys, I'm not feeling so well, but I'm trying. But you know, watu wengi wameni pressure hapa nje. Most of the people in my circle who are young washaza. When you're jaza, kama mimi, just 1%, 2%, let me just say 2%. Most of them. So they're like, no, even men around me, they tell me, you should give birth when you're still young. Hiyo mwili yako ndio poa na kuzaa saa hii, uko still strong, sijui nini. Okay, it's okay. Giving birth when you're still young, you're still strong, it's fine. But I think pia unafaa kuwa achana tu na financially ready pia, kwa hiyo stable. Like mentally ready for this kid. Because okay, okay, let me tell you can be financially stable but you're not mentally ready still for that kid. There's no need ukuje ungangane uzae mtoto because you are being told you're young, uzae na wenzako, mtoto wako grow na wewe because you're still strong. Yes, you have the money, but mtoto, if you're not mentally ready for the kid, let me tell you Maina, utasumbua tu mtoto bure. You're just going to depress your kid mentally because you're not mentally ready for the kid. Ndo huyo amekuja, you're like, why did I even do this? I think hapo ndizo depression mingi zianza. Uko like, ini decision gani nilimake? Okay, the baby atakuletea joy, but still you'll be like, I was not ready for a human being in my life. As for me, mnaweza niongeza miaka ingine 5 tena.
But what you've said, I feel like it's so important because it means if you sit in this other way, you'll rather be financially not stable but mentally ready to have a baby. Compared to being financially stable and mentally you're not prepared for the baby. I never saw it that way. That's quite enlightening. But me, I'll still advocate for just give birth when you're young. It's amazing. Very, but again, ile mentally state yako ukwe you're able to accommodate a responsibility because a baby is such a big responsibility, and I think we are not told that a baby is literally another human being who depends on you. Unaona venye guys are asked by their girls for cash and they feel like unaona mtu anasikia uchungu kupea pesa yake. Unaona, now for a baby you will have to do it whether you like it or not because she depends. You see, because I have a baby girl, I'm like because the baby depends on you and it is you that she's looking up to.
Your kid needs to have like a stable parent. Usilete mtoto hapa amekuja wewe mwenyewe hata na mzazi wake babake huko amuko.
You're not there for the baby.
You're not there because you are not ready, mentally ready. Acha na hizo ready zingine. Please just be sure mentally you're like, okay, now I'm ready and I feel like I'm ready to receive this kid. At least mtoto wako ata grow. Ajanga ukizaa mtoto if you're not mentally ready, mtoto anaweza kuwa hata doanzi. Listen. What?
Mtoto anakuwa doanzi ati you are not mentally.
Okay.
You can traumatize the baby. She ends
because utakuwa umempatia ile love 100%, let me tell you. Na mtoto can feel it. Kids have the energy. They can feel it. Mtoto hata tuona tu anakuogopanga tu na ujemfanyia kitu.
Ukweli. But Duanzi, I don't agree with you on that.
Okay, kwani wewe unadhani Duanzi ni kwa kichaa, binti kichaa?
Mtoto danda, ingia daru mtoi ashike kitu ule mtoto ukipea joke unampea 2 days ya elaborate ndio ashike. Ashike joke unaelewa. Sio kuna wasio
but still it's okay to give birth when you're still young. But I just advocate just be mentally ready. Financially stable. So long as you can feed the baby and you can feed yourself, you can take the baby to school. See a mass. Nikisema financially stable sijamaanisha uko na millions in the bank.
But you're able
to take care of another. Mtoto asilale njaa. Mtoto anaweza vaa. Mtoto anaweza ngara. Sisi
father willing to give birth with a parent that I choose, that can make sense. Unajua? But it's like to some point you're regretting having your baby.
You're not speaking positivity into your child's life. What do you expect?
And if it's
even spirits wanakusikia na unasema, Mungu amebariki na anaongea hivi. Kamata. And there's evil spirits. Hawachelewange.
By the way,
mtoto wako sasa maisha yake iko tu. Unashangaa nini inaendelea? Ni kitu mama yake uliongea.
And so you should be very careful.
Mentally ready.
Mentally I think mentally is everything. Financial unaweza amka one day umesota, the next thing ufanye kitu iende viral. Hivyo tu ndo momoka. Si kama ule madam alikuwa mwenye alikuwa amengolewa na landlord. So that story.
Alisaidika.
One day the kids did not have enough to eat, but the next day things changed. Unaona? But mentally hakuna venye inaweza shift. It's a work in progress.
If she was not mentally even there for the kids, awange survive the situation. Angekuwa amewaacha kahepa, but she was.
Yeah, by the way, hapo I saw it differently. Me, I usually think if you're financially stable when you're having kids, you won't like be in a shitty situation, but
kama mimi
mentally it's more important.
Tuwezi ongea, but mentally acha tunaambia niko at 0%,
and which is very okay.
0% mentally ready for any kid right now.
But still I feel it's very okay even to have kids when you're old, as long as you'll be mentally ready for them so that you give them what they need, because kids are very innocent. Unajua